what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mid-Level Media, and I am here today for my monthly ranking. We're going to cover everything, all the new Blu-ray and 4K releases that I watched in the month of July 2025. So these are all titles that were released in the month of July that we're going to be ranking here today. I've got 15 Blu-rays and 4Ks in total. I will say up front, I was trying to make it 17. I did not get a chance to watch The Surfer yet on 4K, which I'm hoping to soon, or To Catch a Thief on 4K. I have not watched this, but I did get this steelbook for 14 bucks. But yeah, 15 titles. We've got 3 Blu-rays to rank, in with 12 4K. So we're going to be doing it all. And one of those Blu-rays, guys, look, I did this. I started this a couple of months ago. I'm like, I'm going to start ranking the Blu-rays with the 4Ks. One of the Blu-rays actually got up pretty high. So it surpassed quite a few 4Ks, which doesn't usually happen with these rankings. But before we get into it, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and then let me know down below what were some of your favorite 4K and Blu-ray releases that came out in the month of July. So let's just get right into it. Let's start with number 15. Hell of a Summer on Blu-ray. So there was another title I was almost certain was going to be in last place, but then this little movie came along, and I'm like, I just disliked it so much. There's nothing particularly bad about the release. It's just a regular Blu-ray. The price is good. It's like 15 bucks to get this. Although this is the kind of movie that, I don't think Dollar Tree really sells a lot of movies anymore, or at least they don't get a lot of new stock. But this is the type of movie that 5 years ago you would have found in your Dollar Tree bin for $1 or $1.25 now. That's just kind of how bad it was. But I did not enjoy this movie at all. I heard some people say they had fun with it. They had a good time. To me, this just followed all the worst tropes of the slasher movie genre and just did it in the most uninteresting, unconvincing way. I don't know. And all the kills are like off screen. It was just not an enjoyable experience, not even as a throwback movie to that era, which I enjoy a lot of 80s slashers, but it just didn't do it for me. But the release itself, not bad. I mean, there's a commentary on here. There's some special features. The movie was actually co-directed by Finn Wolfhard of Stranger Things, which I respect the fact that, he thinks he can make films or whatever now, but this is not a strong start for him. For sure. So yeah, I didn't enjoy this one at all. Coming at number 14, of course, and this really just hurts my heart to do this, but Ace Ventura: Pet Detective is number 14. I do like the Steelbook, and so I like having 2 editions of the movie on 4K, and the 4K quality wasn't bad, but this falls all the way down my list because it didn't include the dolphin trainer scene, okay? The movie to me feels incomplete without the dolphin trainer scene. And the fact that this is not even going to be the version of the movie I can watch now. I have to buy this movie on Blu-ray. I got to find the edition that has the dolphin trainer scene. I got to buy an old school like DVD copy of it, like to own this movie in its definitive form, because this doesn't have the dolphin. I don't want to watch the movie without the dolphin trainer scene. To me, that's like one of the best parts of the movie. So like, I still love the rest of the film, and it was still fun to get to revisit this one. I hadn't seen this movie in probably 7 to 8 years, but it's just one of my all-time favorite comedies. I watched it 150 times on VHS. I knew it with the dolphin trainer scene. And the fact that Scream Factory couldn't give a shit to include it as like even a special feature, a deleted scene, it goes to show you how like out of touch they are, like with some of these movies that they have. So I don't know. I was excited for this, and it just really disappointed me, mainly just because it didn't have that scene, but also like no new special features or anything. There's an old audio commentary, and I just strongly disliked it. So there you go. It's number 14, Ace Ventura. It sucks that it's that low. Coming in at number 13, I didn't mind this movie. I thought it was okay, but Death of a Unicorn comes in at number 13. This is the Blu-ray edition from A24. There's some good features on here. It's a good set as well. I don't know if I've showed this off on the channel yet. But inside, like, these are cool editions, little digipack editions. You got some nice artwork right there. You got the disc art, some interior artwork. You got art cards inside as well. I'll take this opportunity to unbox that. And yeah, this movie was, if this movie was made in the 80s, if it came out in the 80s, it would be hailed as a cult classic creature feature. But since it came out in 2025, I think a lot of people said this movie kind of sucked. I think it has a very low rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's just a very B movie creature feature that just has a little bit of that A24 like artsiness to it. So I don't know. I thought it was okay. I mean, the characters really I didn't really love them. I didn't think Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, father and daughter, I didn't think they had very good chemistry at all. It was fine. It was fine. I wouldn't say go out and spend $30 on this edition. Watch it on streaming first, and then if you like it, maybe get this edition. But it's a nice edition from A24. But yeah, that comes in at number 13. Coming at number 12, and I mean, we're getting into some releases that I liked. But coming in at number 12 is Warfare. And this is a movie I did not quite love this. It's probably honestly, I like Civil War. I didn't love Civil War, but for me, like with Alex Garland in his filmography, and he actually co-directed this with a Vietnam War vet, Ray Mendoza. But when it comes to his filmography, I feel like every one of his movies they get worse, I guess. And not to say that any of them are bad. I even like Men. But if I were to rank them, I would rank them Warfare, Civil War, Men, Annihilation, and Ex Machina, as far as his directed stuff, because he's written a bunch of stuff as well. But as far as his directed stuff, like I feel like he started with Ex Machina, which is a true masterpiece of the genre, and then he's just kind of been lesser than with each movie that he's made. I kind of feel it's the same way with Robert Eggers, honestly. But that's what happens when you come out of the gate with a banger. I enjoy this one though; it's a really good kind of like single location, just kind of glimpse at the horrors of war. It takes place during the Iraq War, probably 2004, 2005. And it's got a good cast in it, and everything just feels very visceral and realistic. And I appreciate that about the movie. I just didn't love the movie, but it's a really good edition, another A24 edition right here. I think I have unboxed this on the channel, and I think it's got like a making of and stuff. So it's got some good features and audio commentary. I like the orange disc art, and then you got your cards as well. And this is a 4K too, by the way, and they included Dolby Atmos with this as well, which the sound just sounds amazing. So yeah, really solid release though by A24. I do recommend this one, but again, I just had other releases that I enjoyed more. Coming at number 11, I mean, this honestly could have been down there with Ace Ventura as well, but I was a little bit, I guess, easier on this because at least the movie that I remember loving was still intact. But Billy Madison on 4K from Kino Lorber. And again, I was hard on this release in the review because they included no new special features or anything, but they did have a new audio commentary, and I listened to part of it, and it was quite good. It was by people that ran a Adam Sandler podcast, so they had a love and reverence for the Adam Sandler movies. So it was a good listen, though. I think I listened to like 30 to 40 minutes of it. So at least this did have something new. It had the past audio commentary as well, and I thought the 4K looked really nice. Next up, guys, we got at number 10, Small Soldiers. I thought this was a solid 4K, not a spectacular 4K. I thought the colors could have been a little bit more vibrant, I guess. I don't feel like the HDR was really doing this movie as much favors as I thought it should. But it was a solid experience, and I don't think this had a sound upgrade though. I don't think it had Dolby Atmos or anything. I think it could have used that. But I love this steelbook. I think it's great packaging on the steelbook. So, on the inside too, it's got great interior artwork. And this movie's a lot of fun. It's really kind of like a Gremlins 3. And I had a good time with it. So yeah, but couldn't get any higher than number 10 for Small Soldiers. Now coming at number 9, I haven't really got a chance to talk about this movie at all, but it's a classic Western, all-time classic, Shane on 4K from Kino Lorber. I was really excited when they announced this one. And I thought this looked really good. I thought the picture quality was really strong. It's got HDR. It's got Dolby Vision. It didn't blow me away like some of the other Westerns I've watched recently, like The Searchers or the Dollars trilogy, or even Tombstone. But I thought the picture quality was solid. I mean, it is a movie from the early 50s. I think it's from 1953. And I thought the detail was really nice. Again, I don't have that past Blu-ray to compare it to. There's a Blu-ray in here, but it's a Blu-ray with the new 4K scan, so it's not the same Blu-ray. But overall, I was very happy with the picture quality. I think this movie probably looks the best that it ever has looked. I think with that HDR really enhances some of those colors. You got really like nice sprawling like outdoor ranges and mountains and all that kind of stuff. So it looks great. All Westerns kind of look good. on 4K to a certain extent. So I appreciated that about the 4K for sure. And just a lot of really nice detail, the up close, like facial shots and stuff, really good detail. And if you haven't seen Shane, just a great story about the reluctant hero that's kind of drugged back into his old ways to protect this family. I love Shane. I think it's a great story. And yeah, this has a new commentary as well, but I think that's all that it has. Actually, I think it might have two new commentaries, but it's not really promoting any special features on here at all. So I don't even know if the past release had any features. So I would love to see this done with some kind of like super special boutique edition, maybe an Arrow video, add about 5 or 6 new features. Like what Arrow is doing with the Dollar Trilogy, that like ruins all Western editions because they are really just going all out for those. So I would love to see, more people get a chance to do interviews and talk about the classic, iconic status of Shane, because I do feel like it's definitely a very well-known Western film, but I do feel like it's kind of an underrated classic Western. But yeah, that comes in at number 9 is Shane on 4K. All right, guys. So I apologize, but apparently I forgot all about one of the releases that I watched in the month of July, and that was Final Destination Bloodlines. So I'm going to insert this. Okay, you're going to see this in the video, incorporated organically. Okay, but I'm going to put this in between Shane and Cobra. So this is going to be 8.5 is where I'm going to rank Final Destination Bloodline. So basically number 9, and that would push Shane to number 10. But yeah, I watched 16 releases this month. How about that, guys? But Final Destination Bloodlines, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. I really loved this movie. I thought the quality on the 4K was great, and there was new features, including a new feature with Tony Todd, which was pretty damn cool. A retrospective on his career with the Final Destination franchise, and it was awesome to see. And I love the slipcover as well. So this one's coming in at 8.5. Coming in at number 8 is Cobra. I was really, I can't say I was impressed by the 4K, but I thought it was a good 4K. I just thought when I compared it to my Scream Factory, the Scream Factory looked pretty good too, but this was definitely an upgrade. But one of the big things I left out when I reviewed this is the fact that this has the TV version on it, and I think it's the first release that ever included the TV version. The Scream Factory one did not include that. So that was a big kind of glaring thing that I left out of my actual review. So I'll make up for that here and discuss that. So it is awesome that they had the TV version, but you got some really strong, special features here, new special features from Arrow Video. Then you got the past special features from Scream Factory, which I do feel like the Scream Factory features are the better features. There were more interviews and stuff. There's an interview with Andrew Robinson that was really good, and the guy that played the villain of the film. So I love the Scream Factory features. I don't think the Arrow features were better than those. But this does have the TV version. It does have a brand new audio commentary as well. Really nice addition of Cobra. And Cobra's a great film, classic 80s movie that kind of blends, action with horror, and it does it almost seamlessly and almost creates its own like genre. But yeah, the artwork on the inside, super cool. So yeah, I was happy with this release from Arrow Video. That comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, guys. I don't know why I have this that high, but I do. And I think it's just because I love the movie so much, but also the 4K looked great. In a Violent Nature comes in at number 7. There is 3 hours of special features here. It's just, I think those 3 hours were also on the Blu-ray that came out last year. So I don't think they add anything new for this, 4K, but I didn't buy the Blu-ray last year because I was waiting for somebody to do a 4K of this, and finally was it RLJE that did this, or was it just Shudder? I think Shudder's just doing their own stuff now. They did a 4K, nice 4K steelbook. I do love the steelbook. I love the design on it. I think it's super cool. I love the back right there. And yeah, I know this movie got criticism from some people, but I freaking love this movie. I love the quiet nature of it, just like the POV perspective, but watching, like getting to follow him through the woods to take out these people, slasher, Friday the 13th style. And I just really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was extremely immersive. And yeah, just very unique as well. I feel like some people, like, they'll say they want things that are unique, and then when something unique comes along, they like, well, that's not what I wanted, and they just kind of crap all over it. But I think this is deserving of some praise, and I think in years to come, people will look back on this one a little bit more fondly. Now, coming at number 6, I'm actually kind of shocked that this made it up so far, but I just really enjoyed watching this movie. I thought the picture quality was amazing. It's not a masterpiece like the original, but The Rage Carry 2 is actually far better than I remember. Just a really cool, like, late 90s. I think this was 99. So it was right in the midst of that like teen slasher, teen comedy era. And I do feel like this movie in parts feels like a teen party movie, but it also kind of turns into a Carrie movie in the last 30 minutes. And it gets really like gory and gruesome. I like the lead actress in this film a lot. And I was also kind of surprised just like how faithful it was to the original and how much of a direct like continuation of the original it was. I mean, they reference the events of the first movie. One of the actresses that's in the first movie is in this film as a guidance counselor. So I just liked how they connected the two. And I do think if you haven't seen this movie for a long time and you kind of wrote it off like I kind of did, it's actually just far better than I think you remember, and it was far better than I remembered it originally. But yeah, The Rage Carry 2, I'm not saying it's as good as the original, okay? Nothing's as good as Brian De Palma's classic. That's probably my top 10 horror movies of all time. Yeah, The Rage Carry 2, really good one. The only thing with this, and that just goes to show you how strong the picture quality was. Like, this was an amazing looking 4K. Vinegar Syndrome did such a great job. But there's no new special features at all with this release. So that's kind of puzzling, but I do like the artwork on this. You got the original poster on the inside. I like the slip case on it as well, or the slip cover. Sorry, guys. But yeah, good packaging. The movie was really good. The picture quality was great. Sound was great. The only thing with this is the lack of special features, which I criticize a lot for. But with this, the picture quality just kind of made up for it. So that's why it comes in at number 6. All right, next up, guys, this is the first Blu-ray to ever enter the top 5 in one of my rankings, and that is Ghoulies Go to College. Ghoulies Go to College has entered the top 5. I'm not saying this is a horror masterpiece by any means. It's really silly. It's really goofy. It's really kind of stupid. But this is a great addition, and this movie has not been upgraded at all since the DVD era. I think the last time it was out on DVD, it was in a double pack with the fourth one. So really cool to see this enter the Blu-ray format for the first time. I think a lot of people are always, we're always talking about movies we want to see come to 4K. We often forget about all the movies that are still stuck on DVD. Some are still stuck on VHS to be even upgraded to Blu-ray. So really cool of Vestron and Lionsgate to upgrade this one finally to Blu-ray to give it a nice addition on its own. But I just couldn't get over like how great the special features were with this release. Like they were all about 20, 25 minutes. You got people that acted in the film. You got some, I feel like so the director of this movie passed away a few years ago, so you couldn't get him. But I think they got the writer in here. So yeah, Mr. Carter Goes to College, Ghoulies and Gags behind the screenplay of Ghoulies Go to College. So you had the writer of the film. And then you had Out of the Bowl, the Making the Monsters of Ghoulies Go to College. So you had the person that did the makeup and creature effects in here as well. And these were some incredible special features. I enjoyed them. It's about an hour of new content here when it comes to the special features. Like I said, really fun movie. I think, Vestron did a really great job, and you take this off and underneath you got Ghoulies 3. So it actually has the, the title of the movie right there. You still got Ghoulies Go to College, but it's a different reversible artwork, which is always nice and appreciated. But yeah, just a really solid edition. And I think that, since Vestron's came back, this is the best edition that they've done on the Lionsgate Limited website. So yeah, I do recommend Ghoulies Go to College, but you have to have a certain love and appreciation for these sillier, late 80s, early 90s, horror films, cheesy horror films. So yeah, Ghoulies Go to College. It was solid. So it made it into my top 5. Coming in at number 4 is something I just can't get enough of. That's The Stuff on 4K, guys, from Arrow Video. So I didn't think the picture quality was great in this, but also I feel like that has more to do with the original materials than it does what Arrow Video did. But this thing did have new special features. There were great features that were on the old Blu-ray. But with this one, you got the pre-release version as well. And that was the first time they've ever put the pre-release version on home video. So you got a different alternative cut on here to watch as well. They did put that on Blu-ray. So you got the 4K, you got plenty of features. You got a 2017 documentary, and you've got an alternate version that adds 30 minutes of new, content, new movie, basically. So, I mean, the original movie's 87 minutes and the pre-release version is 119 minutes. So you basically got two movies here in one, and a bunch of new special features. So, and new commentary as well, I think. Yeah, brand new audio commentary. So really good addition. I love the artwork on this. You got a poster on the inside. I think that's the original, poster right there. And yeah, just a solid job by Arrow Video. I really liked and appreciated how they included that pre-release version as well. So that's my number 4. Coming at number 3, guys, Mac and Me. Mac and Me comes in at number 3. I wanted to review this. I just didn't have time to review this. I also didn't think anybody would be like super interested in it, but this one got me excited for sure. I grew up with Mac and Me, not a great movie, and I rewatched it and I'm like, yeah, this still isn't a great movie, but I do have a certain like love and nostalgia for it. Like I remember watching this and E.T. together like all the time. And Mac and Me to me was always a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more fun. And yeah, not a great movie at all, but I do appreciate the fact that Vinegar Syndrome was willing to put this one out in a nice, box set VSU version, just like I wanted, guys. These are kind of the movies the VSU line needs to be doing, okay? But Mac and Me was an incredible release. I thought the restoration was amazing. It definitely looked better than that Shout Factory version that came out. So great addition right here. I've already unboxed it on the channel, but I love, you got a booklet in here. I love the interior of it. The interior artwork's better than the outer box. I love that family portrait on the outside as well. That's really awesome. But this had some really cool special features. I love the special feature, the interview with the mom, and I'm blanking on her name. She was also in Amadeus. But that was a great interview with her because she was very candid and very honest about a lot of things with this film. And just like a lot of the actresses that come back to talk about this, I feel like she was just kind of like surprised and taken aback by how this movie has grown in its cult status over the years. But that was definitely my favorite interview of this, but there's some really good interviews as well. I think the director was on here. But yeah, brand new interview with co-writer director Stuart Raffel. So yeah, you had some really good stuff on here. I think the only interview that was on the Shout Factory version was with the person that did the song. So yeah, an archival interview with the songwriter Allie Willis. So I think that was the only one that was on the Shout Factory version. All the additional interviews here were brand new to Vinegar Syndrome. So they did a lot of good stuff for this release. I thought the 4K looked amazing. Just like Ghoulies Go to College, it's not a great film by any stretch. I get it. If you don't like it, you didn't want to get this edition, I 100% get it. But for me, I had nostalgia for this, and I was very excited when Vinegar Syndrome announced it. So that's my number 3. Coming at number 2, guys, thought this 4K looked incredible. Thought Arrow Video did a great job, and they added some new features as well. I think a new commentary, but there's all kinds of great features on this. But zombie flesh eaters, I love having this so much. I love this movie. It's my favorite zombie movie. Now I still got to keep the Blue Underground version. I reviewed this and all the features here are different than the Blue Underground, but the Blue Underground has some incredible features as well. But I love this, the packaging on this. I love the artwork. It's just such an incredible addition. And the 4K just looked great, the same as the Blue Underground did. But I just love this movie so much, and I love having a box set edition of Zombie Flesh Eater, Zombie 2. So that's why this comes in so high at number 2. And coming at number 1, guys, this was easy. Like everything else was kind of hard to rank for me, but like I knew this was going to be number 1. And of course, I'm talking about the Frailty 4K edition from Lionsgate Limited. I don't care what anybody says. This thing's going for $40. I think it's totally worth it. This is a freaking box set, rigid slip box edition, quality just as good as an Arrow Video or a Vinegar Syndrome edition. Like Lionsgate is really coming into their own with their packaging here, and they did such a great job with this. But the 4K for Frailty, which is just one of the best movies of the 2000s, guys, I cannot overemphasize enough or say that enough. Like, it is such a great film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check out Frailty. But the 4K was incredible. Oh my God, this looked better than I could have possibly imagined that it would look. But this box set's so cool. I just love the artwork on it. You know, interior-wise, you have this digipack in here. I love the disc art on it as well. The interior art, you got a digital code. You got this script that had like notes in it. It's like a replica script. Like this is all the real notes that Bill Paxton wrote in here as he was making the film, which is just a super cool addition to add to anything. And there's some really great features. There's like a new documentary in this movie, father figure establishing shot. More stories from the Frailty set. So there's all kinds of new special features. There's archival special features as well. There's archival audio commentaries with Bill Paxton. So this thing is stacked with special features. It looks incredible. I love the packaging. That to me like makes this totally worth it for the price of $40, but also makes it the best piece of physical media that released in the month of July. So that's number one, guys. Frailty on 4K. So there you have it, guys. That is my ranking. What do you think? How did I do from Hell of a Summer, which is complete garbage, to one of the best releases of the year with Frailty on 4K? We ranked July. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.